administration barrister. Sir John's administration and barrister. Kumba, Yvonne, Archimedes, Coach, you people saved my life. And sometimes I get teary because of some of these stories, because I have equally been a victim of these circumstances. And every single time you have people thanking you, and I ask, why should they be thanking an SRC for merely doing its work? Like you don't owe us gratitude. That is our job. We are supposed to keep you in school. So I kept asking, is it the fact that this job has been left, people are not doing this in the past or what? Because I felt that this is the normal thing we should be doing, keep you in school, protect the student. But every single time, not for you, I would have dropped out. I came to take my certificate today. I just finished paying my school fee. Thank you for keeping me in school. And each single time, so anytime any of us is doing our birthdays, you have a recount of all these stories. Anytime Sir John is celebrating his birthday and I post, you have these stories coming up. Anytime Yvonne, anytime Kumba, anytime Archimedes, any of the president's executives at that time, said, you have all these things coming up. Instead of saying happy birthday, the person comes in and say, may you live long, you saved my life. And when we left school, you have people each day coming in to tell you that we miss your administration. We are having problems. We are having challenges. You call the SRC, no one is picking up. You have a story, you have a problem, you don't even know who to talk to. You WhatsApp the person, it takes months for the person to reply. People, and you have SRC executives, they don't return calls. And I was like, no. If I have the opportunity to serve again, then why not? But I remember when my brother said that you are just crazy. Well, he tells me that you are just crazy. We are struggling to even pay our school fees. You are telling me I'm running for SRC president. And I'm like, no. I believe that the 24,000 students in the University of Cape Coast are not students who can be influenced by mere money. Look, even if I run for president and I share my ideas and how I can solve the problems that we have identified, and I don't even win, it is a mark that I took that bold step to ensure that we are able to solve student problems. It is not all about winning. But he told me that, look, this is so expensive. We have seen how people incur a lot of cost. But I said, no, we need to run. He said, the fundamental motivation for me to run for president was the continuous stories that we hear from students complaining about the basic things they lack that I think this SRC should be providing. Then I said, no. Then if I have the opportunity, I need to be able to come on board and protect the female student who lives in Nyangonso Palace and gets terrorized every night because of diaspora security. I need to protect Amma, who is probably the daughter of a kinky seller and is struggling to pay her school fees. I need to be able to keep the student who is struggling to correct a mere IC because it is not his negligence, but the negligence of somebody in charge. But these people are getting the job. PDF, just before you come, I've forgotten his name. He contacted me that he had paid his school fees and he cannot access his portal keke. He was not able to register last semester. He has followed up on this issue and the issue cannot be resolved. There were four, that three have already left the school and he's still struggling with it. I just don't understand. I asked, did you fail? He said no. Camilla, it was a friend that I personally assisted to get here. She was reading BS Engineering Physics. Only the mom is taking care of Camilla Tisababa. When Camilla was here, went for vacation after first year, BS Engineering Physics. Camilla had a reset in chemistry. When Camilla was about to write a reset, the mom was sick and at the hospital. Camilla needed to be by her. Camilla didn't come to write the reset. She came later on into the semester and the reset was over. Camilla paid the school fees, paid accommodation. But the university says that simply because Camilla could not sit for the reset, Camilla to pack her things and go back home. And as we speak, not that Camilla has failed. Camilla was part of the top 3 performers in the class. Camilla teaches a lot of her colleagues. Camilla is no longer with them. Simply because she has just one reset in chemistry, a BS engineering physics. not in GNC engineering chemistry, failed physics, chemistry. Couldn't we have allowed Camila to be in the university level 200 when we are writing races? She will just retake it. And when she passes, she moves on. She's not in Camila. Her accommodation, 2,000 cedis down the drain. Her school fees, when she wrote the letter for refund, I don't know if they have even looked at it. These are the stories untold. So if I'm not telling you about the story of Camila, you might not know.
But how do you get to know that this is a genuine story?
I personally followed Camila to the Director of Academic Affairs, Mr. Gideon Abakwe Esquire's office. I sat like just with him, like I'm talking to you. Director couldn't help. I personally held her hand. The answer, she was helpless.
No, of course, that is what the law say. Is that not what?
I read the entire academic policy document, unless there is a new one in somewhere, and there's nothing. PDF, there's absolutely nothing in the academic policy book that says that if a student is unable to write a receipt, then the student must leave the school for an academic year, come and write the receipt before the student progresses. And even if, given that I have not seen that provision, and if there is a provision like that in a modern world today, that is too harsh for me and for the university has made a lot of tremendous progress. I don't think for just merely not writing a receipt, not that you are having a CGPA below 1.0, but for merely not writing a receipt, then you can progress. One course, one.
Barrister, how genuine was her issue?
How genuine was on the issue? I don't know how genuine it would be when I sat with the director. The director himself.
Not necessarily with the director. The case of the lady. How did she defend the case for you to believe that this was, because somebody can lie to you? You know that?
Lie like how?
Oh yes, somebody can create a story for you.
That
My mom went here. This happened to my mom.
I speak with the mom.
You spoke with the mom.
I speak with the mom
on phone.
At the time she was even at the time she was at the hospital, I spoke to the nurses who were at the hospital, and they will tell you that at the time Camilla's mom could not even talk. Camilla actually thought she was losing the mom.
She had evidence for you.
I spoke with the nurses.
Barrister, you know, hold on. I just want to interfere a bit because I know somebody who was dating a lady that the lady wanted to take money from the gentleman. So they called the gentleman, I think when they were 300. And somebody called the gentleman, claiming to be a nurse and giving a case that the lady collapsed and a taxi driver brought the lady to Confanochi Teaching Hospital, and so the lady is at the emergency ward and they want to give her blood, and so they are calling the guy should send money. He's the person they've seen in the call log that the lady talked to often, so they expect the guy to a lot. So I asked the lady, which ward is that, and what is your staff ID? You see, things started popping up.
Yes.
Later we got to know that she wasn't pregnant. The lady claimed she was pregnant and she collapsed.
Okay. PDF. Let's assume that the entire story of Camilla is false.
Yeah.
She lied that the mom was sick. Let's agree. She lied that she was bedridden. Let's agree. PDF. Should a student be sent home for merely not taking a receipt? One receipt, when the student has clearly performed well, and the student has a chance that the person could redeem him or herself in the next academic year. Let's assume all those stories are false. Do you think that such today that we are making progress, and the University of Cape Coast is really doing well in making progress? Don't you think it would be a plus for the University of Cape Coast to add on its achievements as the best university in Ghana and West Africa, to be able to give people this opportunity rather than taking them home? Don't you think that is a bit retrogressive?
Have you found out the reason for which that is enshrined?
You see, for whatever reason that is enshrined, I don't find that reason for me, for lack of better words, logic.
All right. So what are you going to do about it?
Obviously, I've said it, that, and I know management do agree that we will need to do something about it. We should be able to give them opportunity to redeem themselves in the next level. Look, That's university. That's the reason I commend the university and the management in some of these things. That initially, 12 credits away, you don't even write again. But the university made progress. Now it's 13 credits before you can be withdrawn. That is progress. Commendable. PDF, this same university, previously, you only have one chance at resit, right? When you write and you don't fail, you fail away. But the university has made progress. Now they even allow level 200s to be able to write resit again when they fail the resit. You see? So that will tell you that the university itself is positioned for progress.
But don't you think some students are going to take that for granted? And so they wouldn't put in much effort
Which one?
to study. Because after all, if I fail, I still have the chance.
Look, people fail not because they are dumb.
I get you.
You see, for everything, there will be a loophole.
All right.
Sometimes we just need to look at the large benefit. I don't think students necessarily enjoy failing their courses. Come on, like I failed one, then I'll go and write resit, and every resit you pay.
But Barrister, there are some people that they have also admitted the fact that for me, regardless of what I do, no matter what you do to me, the thing there may fail it. The thing there may fail it.
Oh, that is why you see the university equally have appreciated that, and that is why they decided to add a second race because they feel the university, and I know that there are genuine concerns for some students. If not, somebody will ask that what logic is in it that you write one race when you fail, in another 2 week 3 you write another race. Somebody can ask that question that it's waste of time. But then the wisdom of the university, they feel that this is necessary because it will give the student opportunity to redeem themselves. And that is why, in the same vein and in the same principle, the university should be able to. So, if the university feel concerned that first reset is not sufficient, so we should have a second reset. That is a very soft spot. So I don't see the university taking such a soft spot and sharply take the hard stance for some cases like Camilat's own. So I think that it is still in line of that principle. I don't think the university will have a problem welcoming such.
But at what point do you think academically, if a student is not performing well, the university can say, hey, hello, bye-bye?
There are durations for study of courses. 4-year program, you need to be here for 6 years. There are minimum requirements. And so when you are unable to meet the minimum requirement, for that 1 year, we can save you. Even Jesus cannot save you.
All right. Barrister, I aim not to cut you, but we wish you all the best on this particular policy. In fact, if you are to talk more on that, we are not here to look at feasibility. Anyway,
Yes.
I just want to interact with you and give you the opportunity to express your appreciation to the university community. But before I let you in on something else that I want to ask, let me take these messages from our platform to show our appreciation to our people who are watching us from afar. No bet. Nyame and no boss serve